Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second VUS TESOL debate. You see the topic on the screen. ESL teachers are no longer needed to learn English. We've already voted. So, you see the results. We will come back to these results at the end of the debate and poll you again so we can see if anybody has changed their mind.
I firmly believe that ESL teachers are no longer needed to learn English. Let me tell you why. By 2035, I think we can assume that AI systems will be more capable and more intelligent than a human being. In the face of this advancement in technology, teachers are going to be made redundant in the next decade. Let's accept that while technology and AI is an existential threat to our profession, it will democratize English learning, allowing everyone an equal opportunity to increase and improve their chances in life.
Can we please welcome our next presenter to the stage, Mr. Nathan Waller.
So the first thing I'm going to argue is that full inclusion models within education are already fast replacing ESL teachers. If you go to somewhere like California, large immigrant populations from places like Mexico, Spanish speakers, they already have very successful immersion models where everybody just learns in the same classroom. They don't have an English class, and they use digital tools, AI-driven tools, to support those students. A teacher cannot differentiate every activity for every learner. It's impossible. We don't have the time. Technology can do that.
And can we please welcome Ms. Hannah Rupert to the stage to start the other side of the debate?
Sure, AI is a great tool for older students, but what about the young students? I also want to talk about students with special needs. And what about different learning styles? Not everyone learns through visual things like AI. So why are our students learning English in the first place? Language is a conversation. It's not a solo activity. It's not staring at a screen. Yeah, you can clap. You can clap louder, okay? So you can, over time, if you get bored with it, you can give up on an app, you can give up on a book, you can give up on a program, but a teacher will never give up on you.
Thank you, Hannah. Good job, Hannah. And finally, our last presenter, Ms. Nga from VUS.
Language isn't just words and grammar. It's communication, it's human reaction, it's culture. So if we let AI take over language learning, we are not just letting robots teach words. We are letting robots teach people how to be people. AI is great at giving answers, but can it challenge you to think differently? And let's face it, AI isn't even trying to think outside the box, because AI is the box.
What's the reason students aren't motivated or they're distracted? Often it's because we have the lower level students in our class or the higher level students in the class. We might have 60 to 70% of the students in the class at the correct level. Using personalized learning tools with AI solves that problem completely.
Even having this discussion right now, I am interested to actually talk to you guys, not your phones. You've been looking at your phones a lot. So we are missing a lot of human connection and conversation even right now.
And I think AI can differentiate between learners. It can figure out the level that you're at to every single learner. Do you think teachers can do just as good a job or better than AI in that regard?
I kind of want to go back to what Matt said at the very beginning. Are you saying that special needs is not a real thing? Are you saying that medical terminology and everything that we have learned about the brain of a child is simply just because they're bored, I think differentiated instruction is why teachers are needed. Because the student can't say, oh, I can't focus, I can't sit still, let me ask AI to help me this way. It's the teacher that observes, and the teacher that says, okay, this student needs this, and this student needs that.
When we talk about special needs children, are you telling me that a human being, let's say a freshly graduated teacher, right, 23, 24, with 1 year of experience, is better at figuring out how to work with a student with special needs than an AI model that has been trained on every piece of research about special needs in students?
And obviously, you know, the comparison you were making earlier wasn't fair when you were saying model that's been trained with thousands of data samples with a freshly graduated teacher, because everyone needs time.
If you have a question, please raise your hand and we'll try to get to you.
Human teachers call in sick. Human teachers get angry with students. And I think an AI in the future could potentially be a very standardized, very level teacher in the classroom.
So your comment or concern was about teachers calling in sick, how humans are not reliable. And I just want to point out the fact that today, I have not been able to use the internet or ChatGPT because the Wi-Fi is not great here, right? So I would just like to say and point out that technology is not as reliable as you think it is.
Hi, okay, my question is for the team in favor of AI, and my question is that I still have a lot of students who come to my class to see a caring smile, to receive an approving high five, and to get a sense of belonging. And how do you think AI can compensate for that in the social, emotional aspect of language learning?
What I'm saying is give them an individualized, personalized learning plan and then create social spaces for them to come and have that social experience. There doesn't have to be a teacher there, there just has to be a responsible adult, right? There'll be an adult there on hand if anything goes wrong, to praise them, give them a high five, and motivate them in that way. We're not saying that social spaces no longer exist.
I'd like to remind the audience that the notion is not AI will replace teachers. The notion was that English teachers will no longer be necessary in the future. It's not that teachers in general are going to disappear. It's not that we don't need social interaction.
I'm still very concerned about the fact that if a responsible adult with no training in terms of teaching or recognizing special needs in children, how would they be able to be of support and facilitate the social experience of practicing English safely?
Instead of these 20 teachers, we have 4 or 5 responsible adults who are trained up in those kind of things, who are trained up in how to spot students if they have behavioral difficulties and how to deal with them.
You mean like teachers?
Sorry?
You mean like teachers?
Not teachers. Responsible adults. It's a totally different thing.
Are they getting paid? What's their title?
Responsible adults.
It's another job. It's another.
In that way, we're teaching students to be self-directed, to solve their own problems, and not rely on a teacher to spoon-feed them all the information they need to know. If you really, genuinely care about your students and believe in the principle that all people deserve equal opportunities in life and that we have to look to the future and not cling to the past, you must join us in voting in favor that ESL teachers are no longer needed.
Students today, and students certainly in the future, are going to have a lot more access. We're arguing to change the systems and structures to allow our students to thrive better in English.
A teacher sparks conversation and curiosity. Teachers force us to think beyond, like she said, outside of the box. Without teachers, language loses its voice.
AI is here to help, but it is not here to replace. Because teaching isn't just about knowing, it's about connecting, and that, my friends, is something no machine can ever master.
So this was the first poll. ESL teachers are no longer needed to learn English. 14% agreed, 86% disagreed. We're going to open up the new poll and see if you changed your mind. There we go, there we go. And so, in favor team has changed the most minds, so they are the winner of the debate. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming. Can we get a big thank you for our debaters here?